Big underdogs. And I guess I can start with this, actually, because neither one of you was here yesterday. And this was my poll. I think this was my poll question yesterday. It might have been 2 days ago. Let me ask Preston, because I know Preston has not gotten a chance to answer this question. South Carolina tomorrow, big underdogs. If I give you a magic wand right now with a star shape on the top and sparkles on both sides, and maybe even some streamers coming out of the top, and you get to wave that, and you get to make the offense have the best game they've had the entire season, or the defense have the best game they've had for the entire season, but you can't choose both. Which one of those gives Carolina a better chance to beat Tennessee tomorrow?
The defense.
Okay.
Would you like to know why?
I would love to know why.
Because though the Tennessee offense is high powered, it is extremely potent, it's dangerous, and all that. I still kind of think there's some gimmickiness to it, and I feel like they have the potential to get thrown off. Obviously, Georgia was just domination, but I feel like there's some gimmickness to it. So
Okay.
I'm not saying they're not going to put up points, but
so you're not afraid of Jeff Heupel, but maybe not as afraid of Jeff Heupel as you suggested last hour.
I'm still nervous because the gimmick might. I don't know. I'm not sure if anybody's figured the gimmick out yet, but
yeah,
I'm not sold on it yet.
Might be a really, really good gimmick, like social media. That's been a pretty comprehensive.
Yeah, they're
gimmick.
like, when this social media thing ends, it's gonna be. It's like I don't see it in it.
Nope.
Even though Twitter might, but
yeah, what people are just gonna speak that into existence. Like nothing is actually happening. I don't believe anybody on either side. Everybody's lying. And it's like people are just going to get off Twitter in anticipation of it imploding. And then it's going to be the exact same thing it was when they left.
Perfect social media story.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what's going on. Everybody speaks about it.
So weird. I'm just going to keep tweeting, folks. Chris, offense, defense, magic wand. What do you know?
I would agree with defense. Here's the reason why. Your offense could have its best game, and Tennessee could still outscore you, and outscore you easily. So if your defense, Wes has a contrarian take. If your defense plays its best game, you are presumably, getting the ball in much more favorable situations. So they're not scoring a ton of points. You're actually creating some 3 and outs, like we saw Georgia, for example. South Carolina is ill-equipped to do what Georgia did, obviously, but to draw that parallel of what would need to happen in this hypothetical, Georgia held Tennessee to, I think, 2 of 14 on third down, and they pressured Hendon Hooker consistently. I think they had 6 sacks of Hendon Hooker. They created turnovers. So if your defense is able to create some shorter fields for your offense, particularly like we saw against Texas A&M, special teams creating some things, your defense creating some things, it's much easier to, against a good defense. Tennessee is a sneaky good defense, actually, is one of my takes. Giving the ball to your offense that's been struggling all year on the 10-yard line and asking them to go get points, score a touchdown, is a much easier proposition than, all right, you need to go drive 80 yards, and you need to do it 7 times, Wes.
Well, so hold on. This is perfect because yesterday Kendall said defense. Wes and I landed on offense. So I guess we're technically outnumbered, but we're at least split 2-2 today. But let me ask you this, Chris. The best, let's say with this magic wand, you can magically repair Mo Kaba's ACL, which I guess is already repaired, but you can fully rehab it, and Jordan Strawn. You have a fully healthy team, and everybody's in shape. How many points is Tennessee scoring in the best possible version of Carolina's best defensive effort? 35?
35, I consider like a massive win.
Yeah. They scored 34 on Pitt and 38 on Florida. Those are the only 2 times outside of Georgia they've scored below 40. So how many points can Carolina's offense score in, let's say, 4 games combined against Tennessee? Can they get to 38 in 4 combined games against Tennessee?
Not without an elite defensive performance.
Okay.
Right? It has to be more complimentary.
Okay.
If Carolina's offense has its best game of the season, what would that be? What would be the point margin?
The best offensive game of the season for Carolina, it's still not 30. They haven't scored 30 on offense this year, I don't think.
If we're going that way, though, with the defense.
Arkansas.
Yeah, so Arkansas would be what they score in that game?
I think it was exactly 30.
Yeah, 40-30. Yeah. So 30 points. So let's say your best performance of the season could possibly conceivably net you 35 points.
Okay.
All right. On the other side of that, that means you're going to have like what has become a typical defensive performance. That number is way higher than 35 of what Tennessee would score.
Yeah.
So my only thinking is you could turn in still a fairly average offensive performance if it would have to, it's a big if.
Yeah.
By the best defensive performance of the year, I'm very much like exaggerating that to like they're going to be making all these big plays on defense. Yeah. That's what it would have to take.
Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Wes.
No, I was just going to say, I feel like the reverse of everything we just said is also true, though. Like,
it is, yeah.
Like, if we're gonna magic wand the defense to hold them to 28 points, you're still going to need the offense to naturally go score 31 points in this game. So I just feel like you're not gonna shut Tennessee down. No. Like the way to beat these guys, unless you are Georgia and you were just loaded with guys that can match up, because Georgia just went out there and said, our guys are just as athletic as yours. We don't care what you do. We don't care what you run. We don't care about your gimmicks or your spread the field to each sideline if you want. We're going to put our cornerback out here and then our cornerback over there, and then we're going to tackle you in space because we're just as athletic as you. Most of the teams they play have no prayer to do that. So I think if you're going to beat these guys, for one, yes, you got to turn them over. But Carolina's defense at times has shown they can do that without the magic wand. So for me, I'm taking my magic powers and throwing it to the offense and saying, stay on the field, have some success running the ball, give your defense a breather, and then pray my defense can turn them over a few times because they've
forced more interceptions or as many interceptions as anybody in the SEC. I think they and Mississippi State both have 11 picks this year, maybe something like that. A lot.
Yeah.
Not that Hendon's thrown 5 in 2 years, I think, or 6.
2 this season.
Yeah, and 3 last season. So 5 in 2 seasons. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, right. 2 picks.
Well, so let me the genesis for this as a discussion point was yesterday focusing on the 2 games that I just mentioned, Pitt and Florida. 2 games where Pitt and Florida had the ball for 35 minutes each. So I've just been thinking if Carolina can somehow keep the football, that might be the formula, which is why I've been leaning offense over defense. But it just seems like that's kind of impossible now without Marshawn Lloyd and CBS. So I don't know if it's worth using my fairy dust for that at this point. Okay, let me ask you this, Preston. If you use the magic wand for Carolina's offense and defense, would Carolina win tomorrow?
Yeah, because you blew a hole in my thought process when you made the caveat of saying this team's best performance. Yeah. I was going like 86 Bears best performance, 85 Bears or something. You know what I'm saying? So this team's best performance.
Yeah.
It'd be rough.
There's a reason Tennessee's a big favorite. And it's going to take a heroic effort on both sides of the football for Carolina. But I'm glad that we have a hung jury here, so to speak. 2 defense, 2 offense. Kendall would have been a tiebreaker yesterday. We might have another Kendall be a tiebreaker for us today. It's one of our favorite segments that we've done here during the football season has been Buy or Sell. We have a very special guest for Buy or Sell. So we'll go ahead and hit a break. We'll get a little Buy or Sell earlier in the show than usual with a very special guest who can also maybe be a tiebreaker for us. Next.
More of the Extra Point coming up next on 107.5 The Game.
This is Damon Amendolara with your CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by FanDuel Sportsbook. Bummer, we won't get a snow game between the Bills and Browns this weekend. They'll be playing in Detroit now. But we may still get a game tomorrow in Buffalo as the Akron Zips head to Western New York to take on the University of Buffalo's Bulls. Need some Blizzard football? Thankfully, we have Maction. This is Damon Amendolara. CBS Sports Radio.
Okay, smile naturally. Perfect.
Cam's Photography knows wedding season ramps up in a flash. They need to say I do to a studio assistant before clients go full bridezilla.
I'm so sorry. I have to get a different lens. I'll be right back.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just one dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
For appliances with Reliances, that's Jeffers McGill.
Come see the entire line of GE appliances at 1421 Atlas Road. Jeffers McGill offers the best customer service and lowest price on every GE make and model,
including GE Profile, Monogram, and Cafe brands. Jeffers McGill and GE, your home team.
For appliances with Reliances, that's Jeffers McGill.
At Mount Valley Foundation Services, we're proud to share some of what our customers have said about us.
When we realized our family room was sinking, we knew we had to act fast and get the right people to come out and evaluate our situation. It was nerve-wracking. Turns out I had a foundation problem. They fixed it and guaranteed it for life.
Mount Valley Foundation Services can secure your foundation. Visit fixmyfoundation.com to book your free inspection.
Mount Valley Foundation Services, rock solid foundation. We keep the clutter out of your gutter. Call on the gutter man.
Have the fall leaves clogged your gutters? Look for the guys in the powdered blue trucks. Let the guttermen clean them out. The pros at the Gutterman can keep you out of the gutter. Call 803-791-7147 or thegutterman.com.
We keep the clutter out of your gutter. Call on the gutter man.
You wash your hands, you brush your teeth, but what about the nose? How do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, flushing out allergens, mucus, and germs. And it's why cleaning your nose, the body's air filter, is the next evolution in daily personal hygiene. People try Navage for lots of reasons: sinusitis, colds, allergies, snoring, things that make it hard to breathe through your nose. But over time, they find that cleaning their nose makes them feel better, a lot better. Over 3 million Navage users have written more than 100,000 reviews, averaging 4.7 stars, saying, "Best product I've ever used," and "Amazing, I love my Navage." Navage helps you breathe better, sleep deeper, and snore less, but the biggest payoff is improved health. Navage is good personal hygiene and can help you stay healthier. At Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Got an appetite for football? Football Saturday and Sundays are back, and you can catch games all day at Twin Peaks. Grab a 29-degree draft and check out our scratch menu. Visiting during the week? No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, we have everything from tequila cocktails and an extensive bourbon menu category to top shelf spirits and cocktails served over ice. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails round out an adventurous drink menu second to none. And don't forget about our 29-degree man-sized drafts.
Broadcasting live from the Herndon Chevrolet Studios, this is 107.5 The Game. Stop by or shop online today and see why Herndon Chevrolet makes you smile. It's the Gamecock Central Takeover Hour, presented by Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen with Pearson Fowler, Chris Clark, and Wes Mitchell on the home of the Gamecocks, 107.5 The Game.
"17 minutes after 11 o'clock on a Friday morning, a football Friday here on 107.5 The Game, and welcome back into the Gamecock Central Takeover Hour. Pearson, Preston, Wes, Chris here with you, and very excited to be joined by a special guest. We've had 2 Kendalls on in the last 2 days, which is very exciting, but this is long overdue because Kendall Walsh has been sponsoring our buy or sell segment on the show. One of our favorites. It's like how we like to wrap up all of our Friday shows all season long, and she's here. She has graced us with her presence and is going to make some buy or sell picks with us.
Yeah, we're excited. We're pumped. Y'all may know Kendall if you have been a Gamecock Club member. Kendall, you've been involved with South Carolina athletics over the years in like 1,000 roles, I think, unofficially. But Kendall, we appreciate you being here. Are you ready to officially be a part of your own segment.
I am. Thanks for having me today.
Yeah, we're glad to have you here. And before we get into it, tell us a little bit real quick. If a Gamecock fan out there is listening, maybe they want to buy a house, sell a house, how can they get in touch with you?
Yeah, you can reach out to me on my cell phone. It's 803-414-3590, or by contacting me on Instagram, Facebook, my email. My Instagram handle is workwithwalsh, same on Twitter. And then that's my email as well, workwithwalsh@gmail.com. So feel free to contact anytime.
I don't know if you know this, but I've been telling the people about you, about At Work with Walsh, for about 2 months now. Now we get to have you in here. So let's dive in, and we're going to put Kendall on the spot first. Okay, this one, Pearson came up with this one yesterday. Been a lot of talk about Jaheim Bell being kind of the top running back the last couple of weeks with Marshawn Lloyd out, Christian Bill Smith banged up. Found out yesterday, Kendall, no Lloyd again, no CBS again. So Pearson's question is, buy or sell that one of South Carolina's running backs, other than the main guys that have been playing. So you're talking Dante Miller, Rashad Amos. Who else did you say?
Lavassier Carroll.
Lavassier Carroll. One of those three will get one carry against Tennessee tomorrow night. Buy or sell?
Hey, let's buy it.
Okay, Kendall is buying. Who's feeling confident? Who's feeling good about their pick? Chris, raise your hand over there. Chris Clark, what you got?
I am also buying.
2 buys
And
already.
Can I give a quick reason?
Yes, please do.
I do not think that it's going to be, unless there's another injury, like in the flow of the game. But I think Tennessee, I have Tennessee pulling away, spoiler alert. And so I think later in the game we will see that.
It's like a garbage time carry.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah, Lil
Well,
Turbo's been
you
the
put it
garbage
a little
time
more
guy.
harshly.
Well, I mean,
but yeah.
a late in the game.
That's what
carry.
I've got. Yep.
That was going to be my rationale, too. I'll buy as well.
Dang, we're all about to buy this thing, aren't we? Preston?
Buy it.
And I thought this was a good one. I think Kendall sold it yesterday. Kendall Smith sold it yesterday, I think. So at least there's one sell.
Yeah, we got one sell. I'll sell it too then. I'll sell it. I'm not convicted.
Playing the game.
Yes, but I'm going to sell it. All right, another Pearson one. Pearson was dialed in this week. Jalen Hyatt has been talked about quite a bit. Obviously, returned to South Carolina. He is a Irmo native. The story has been told many times already. Played at Dutch Fork. No offer from the previous South Carolina staff. Jalen Hyatt scores 2 touchdowns at Williams-Brice Stadium, 2 or more on Saturday night. Pearson, you go first on this one, buddy.
Sell. Yeah.
Any reason why?
Well, Carolina's defensive backs are very good. Cam Smith, Darius Rush, whoever has that responsibility, I trust to do a pretty good job. The other thing, and Chris pointed this out, is not that the defense has been very conservative and has not given up big plays. They've been fairly aggressive. They're one of the most blitz happy teams in the country, and they still have not had the top taken off of the defense a whole heck of a lot. Jalen Hyatt's an amazing talent, probably the best wide receiver in the country right now, but it's not like Carolina hasn't faced other good receivers so far this season. I think they'll keep him in check. He might have a lot of yards. I'm going to go 1 touchdown for Jalen.
All right, there you go. Kendall, how you feeling over there? Jalen Hyatt, 2 or more touchdowns, buy or sell?
I want to sell this one as well. I see him getting 1, but hopefully we can hold him at that tomorrow.
Yes, it would be a good sign for the Gamecocks if Jalen is not doing much celebrating over there. Preston, what you got, man?
Sell it.
Selling. You got a reason, or you just feeling it? Gut feeling.
Gut feeling. Sell it.
Chris Clark.
I'm going to buy it.
Okay.
I'll go man on an island.
No, I'm buying too, man. I'm right there
Okay.
with you. Me and you are chilling on the island.
Right.
What would the number have been for y'all to sell?
3.
3, yeah.
Okay.
3
Not
is a
6.
tough. Just statistically, like percentage-wise, 3 would be hard to do. I don't know. They score so many points.
Yeah.
It's not even about South Carolina for me. Like they score so many points. And a lot of people have made this out to be a Cam Smith, Jalen Hyatt battle. He lines up inside where, Cam most of the time has not been lining up there. So
last week, they schemed Jalen Hyatt wide. That plus the team blew a coverage.
Oh, out of the backfield?
Out of the backfield,
Yeah.
and he's just sticking wide open. So I see that potentially happening, right?
Jalen
Kinda
Hyatt
what
on
Wes is
Sherrod
saying.
Green. That's the matchup that's going to define the game.
Jalen Hyatt versus anybody is a tough matchup.
Yep.
But yeah, you got to avoid that.
it's going to be a lot of Hyatt versus DQ Smith, really. So
I
don't
just
know.
I don't know. Maybe I'm hoping that they'll get creative and just and throw Cam in there. He started the season as nickel. Let the dude have his opportunity to put some highlight tape on for the combine.
Yeah, I think that could be something to watch, man. Do they adjust and put him inside? All right, we're going big picture with this one, y'all. College football playoff. Interesting week. Buy or sell that a team in the top 10 will lose this weekend. So you got TCU going to Baylor. That's a very small line on that game. Tennessee, obviously, at South Carolina. Southern Cal plays UCLA. Southern Cal is 7th. And Utah plays Oregon.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget about Georgia facing the number 1 quarterback in the country. They're 22-point favorites against Kentucky.
Actually, you know what? Oregon's a pretty big favorite over Utah, considering.
No, the line moved, actually, because Bo Nix is out. So now Utah's -2 in this game.
Okay, that one gets more interesting then.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say let's do top 9, but we'll say top 10.
Top 10.
Clemson is still top 10 as well. So I don't know. They play Miami this weekend. So there are some games in there. Michigan plays Illinois, I think. Ohio State plays Maryland.
LSU.
Who's LSU got?
LSU has UAB.
Okay, yeah, they're not losing. All right. This is anybody feeling particularly strongly on this one?
Bye.
All right,
UCLA
name your
is going to
team.
beat Southern Cal this weekend.
Who?
UCLA.
Okay, dig it.
For sure.
Bye.
Lock it in.
Utah Utes.
Okay. I'm buying that this is the week TCU goes
That's
down.
what I would say.
Kendall, you're buying?
I'm
You're with me?
buying,
You're standing
same.
on the island with me?
Yep.
Okay. On TCU. Anybody else think TCU loses? I think going to Baylor after emotional win over Texas, plus there's so much pressure. I feel like every year you get a team that's not really supposed to be there at the beginning of the year, that pressure just builds. And it seems like a lot of times these teams will lose a game they're not really supposed to. So I'm calling that shot. Anybody else? Chris, what you got?
ESPN FPI, Wes, 50.8% for TCU. Super close.
They're living on the edge.
Look, they've been killing Vegas all year. They're 8-1-1 against the spread. Vegas cannot get their lines right.
That said, no top 10 teams go down.
Thank you, Chris, for
you're welcome.
Somebody
Not afraid
sold
today.
this thing. I'm going to write everyone else bought. Pearson likes to. I'm trying to make sure that we are fully locked in and recording this because I've been accused before of screwing up the results, and the reason is because I did screw up the results. So, all right, South Carolina. I don't think anybody's going to buy that the Gamecocks win this game, but spread. Do we know what it is right now, Pearson? Have
I
you
saw
seen
22 on OddsShark.
Okay, 22 right now. Tennessee favored by 22. Are we buying that the Gamecocks can cover this?
I'm going to sell that.
Pearson's selling. Kendall, how you feeling? I know you're a Gamecock fan at
Yeah,
heart.
I am. And we play better at 7:30. 7:30. So
It is at Williams-Brice Stadium. Last opportunity.
I buy that we cover.
Okay. So my score prediction that I put on Gamecock Central, probably the worst score prediction I personally have ever given for South Carolina as far as the amount. I said 42-21 Tennessee.
Wow. That's generous.
Well, I think we've gotten the offense has not been good this year, right? But
check.
I think we are all still remembering what we saw last week, and that's fresh in our minds. This offense should be able to move the ball against Tennessee's defense to an extent. Maybe I'm being very generous.
Oh, this is fun.
Preston's about to knock me out. Preston, what you got, man?
I'm going. I'm buying. I'm still gonna buy.
Wow.
I'm still gonna buy. I'm gonna buy.
All right.
I don't know.
You don't know why?
I don't know if we get to 21 points, but
that's a heart pick right there.
That's all heart.
Head or
baby.
heart pick.
There's a
All
lot of heart picks in here
Not a
right now,
heart.
I think.
I'm remembering last week. I'm also remembering some of the other ones.
Missouri, Georgia,
and so
Tennessee last year.
I'm selling. I do not think.
How many
do
did they
not
score
have
on
something.
on Tennessee last year? Carolina.
I don't know, but Tennessee was up 38-0.
Yeah.
That was 38-0 until a fake punt touchdown, which violated the gentleman's agreement.
It's 45-20 last year.
Really?
Mhm.
Man, they almost got back in that.
Chris, did you buy or sell?
Wait. Hold on. Are you telling me that Carolina outscored Tennessee 20-10 in the second half? What did you say the final score was? Oh, 42?
45-20.
No, so 20-7 second half team, man.
It was 13-7 in the second half.
Oh, 13. Oh,
Because
oh
it
yeah,
was,
yeah.
Chris,
I was
are you
thinking,
buying
I
or
was thinking
selling?
38.
38-7. I'm selling.
What was
I
your
did-
final?
My final score?
Yes.
I have to give it? Just
Yeah.
kidding. I've got, what did I say? I think I landed on 49-10.
Oh,
yeah.
Really close.
And
Yeah, I
that
sent
is
mine to Colin this
definitely the
morning.
biggest margin I've given.
I think mine too. I sent a
ever
big one
in a
for
game.
Georgia. And
You
someone
did.
on,
Not a heart pick.
someone on the
from
message
Chris.
board was not happy about it, and then somebody
Yours
was like,
it was like 72-0. You get no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was like 50-something to 3 or something.
I know, and
what
I
you gave.
and I gave Carolina too much of the benefit. Like the margin wasn't big enough in the Georgia game. I picked 52-10 for tomorrow.
52. I mean, it could happen. Like I feel like, unfortunately, y'all were talking about this game, and look at our message boards on Gamecock Central. Look at Twitter. There's nobody really out there going into this game thinking Carolina can win. I think the
Except for you
fans
three.
just
You,
want to
Kendall,
see
and
them
Preston. Y'all
compete
believe.
this week. Did we set something off in here with? I don't know what that noise is, but Kendall, final thoughts on the game tomorrow? Are you going? Or are you watching on TV?
No, we'll be home. We have little ones, so we'll be home watching it
Okay.
on TV. But
Is there any belief in that Gamecock heart of yours for a possible upset?
oh, always
Tomorrow. Always?
Always.
Still got the hope.
Every game.
That's the spirit.
Every game.
I dig it. All right. You want to tell us a little bit more about what you do at the Moore Company? And again, we appreciate you being in here. We appreciate your support of the show. Hopefully you've already got a lot of people calling you due to this segment, but tell us a little bit more about the Moore Company. And particularly, I know a lot of people are a little unsettled about the housing market right now. So maybe you can help settle some of those fears.
Sure. So I've been at the Moore Company for over 3 years, but have been selling real estate for over 6 now. And the market has changed. Of course, you guys have witnessed. Wes was one of my clients this summer into the fall, and the spring and summer was unlike anything we've seen in a long time. Interest rates in the past couple of years had gotten down to the 2s, and now we're seeing more the 6s and 7s. It definitely has slowed the market, but lenders are getting creative in ways they can help buyers purchase their homes. Sellers are starting to still get the money out of it that they want, but they're starting to come around with closing cost assistance. There's certainly ways to be creative when you're buying and selling right now to make it work for both parties. And that's always our goal, is to, make the experience great. I feel like our customer service is second to none in the Midlands. We have a great staff at the Moore Company, and they're just fantastic, very knowledgeable. And with our negotiation skills and customer service, I feel like we do a great job there, and would love to help anyone that's either looking to buy, sell, or invest. If you're looking to get into investment properties as well, we do have a property management division. So if you have a home that you'd like to place on the rental market, we can help with that too. So
she is Kendall
a lot
Walsh.
to offer.
Yeah, Kendall, we appreciate you as always. Again, give her a call, 803-414-3590. This has been Buy or Sell.
Let's buy or sell. Love it. 803-404-6100. If you guys want to weigh in, we typically do it at the end of the show, but if you have any thoughts on what we've bought or what we've sold, let us know. Love Chevy phone line, text line. Get all of us on Twitter as well, at Pearson Fowler. Coach B tweets, West Mitchell GC, and at GC Chris Clark.
More of the Extra Point coming up next on 107.5 The Game.
The wait is over. New Chevys are on the lot now, and more are on the way to Herndon Chevrolet. These vehicles are in demand and selling fast, so don't miss out. Stop by your hometown Chevy dealer and shop all your favorite models at prices you'll love. Find new roads at Herndon Chevrolet or visit us online at HerndonChevy.com today.
Herndon Chevrolet, Herndon makes you wanna smile, smile.
Since 1964, Gateway Supply has been the Midland's leader in plumbing and HVAC supply. And now, of course, they are statewide with more than 15 locations all across South Carolina. Their showrooms are filled with bath and kitchen fixtures from classic to modern styles. Now, tap and touchless faucets. You can even talk to your kitchen sink. See them at Hamrick Street near the Fairgrounds in Williams-Brice, or Highway 6 and Whiteford Way in Lexington. Design services, expert advice for customers and contractors alike. Visit them online at gatewaysupply.net.
If you're thinking about retiring soon, be sure to tune in to Save Your Retirement with Pat Struby of Preservation Specialists. Join Pat as he talks about the latest trends and headlines that could impact your retirement. Don't go into retirement unprepared. Listen each Sunday morning at 10 to Save Your Retirement with Pat Struby of Preservation Specialists. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered through Kalos Capital Incorporated.
Breaking news. Rhino Lining of the Midlands has moved to B&E Trucks at 2018 Charleston Highway in Casey. B&E Trucks, home to CM Truck Beds, the #1 bed. If you're looking to enhance your truck, then B&E Trucks is your destination. Check out the magnificent work they did on 107.5 The Games Truck. B&E Trucks specializes in installation of truck bodies as well as equipment trailers, sales, repair, and maintenance. Put B&E Trucks' professionalism and expertise to work on your vehicles so you can put your vehicles to work for you. B&E Trucks.
Kubota tractors have become the go-to tractor for landowners and farmers. Carolina Power Equipment in Casey is the Midland Superstore for Kubota tractors, large and small. Shop and compare the full lineup of Kubota tractors right on site. Hydrostatic and manual transmissions, four-wheel drive, two-wheel drive, front-end loaders, and more. Come in today for the products, service, parts, and accessories to help you work smarter, not harder. Carolina Power Equipment, 2490 Charleston Highway in Casey, or visit carolinapowerequipment.com.
Hi, this is Lynn Conley, pharmacist at the Medicine Mart in West Columbia. Do you ever get tired of the endless wait to have your prescriptions filled? For 40 years, we have served the community, saving our patients time and money. We don't carry garden tools, nail polish, or pantyhose. We focus on what a pharmacy is meant to be, serving you efficiently with your prescription needs. Medicine Mart be just the perfect fit for you. With your insurance card, our prices are generally the same as elsewhere. Come see us at the Medicine Mart. You'll be glad you did.
It's November at Galliana Kia on Greystone. Every new Kia available with no money down and no payments for the next 3 months. Are you stuck in a loan or lease? Galliana Kia wants to get you released, even if you're over mileage, have months left, or still owe thousands. Are you a credit-challenged car buyer? Don't sweat it. If you've got a job and you make at least $2,000 per month, Galliana Kia has lenders that can get you approved. So if another dealer asks you for any down payment at all, just say no. It's November. Every Kia available with no money down and no payments for 3 months. Gotta go to Galliana. Galliana Kia on Greystone. I-126 Zoo Exit in Columbia. Call 779-7300 or KiaColumbia.com. U.S. stock number 512908. 0 down, $270 per month for 84 months at 6.9 APR. Price plus tax tag includes $225 closing fee. Negative trade equity financed in new loan subject to lender approval. Expires month end.
It's the Gamecock Central Takeover Hour, presented by Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen with Pearson Fowler, Chris Clark, and Wes Mitchell on the home of the Gamecocks, 107.5 The Game.
11:36 Friday morning. It's the Gamecock Central Takeover Hour here on 107.5 The Game. And appreciate Kendall Walsh being with us again for a little buy or sell, which we did earlier in the show. We've all given our picks, though. So I guess I'll see you Monday.
All right, we're gonna go eat some Firehouse Subs.
Yeah,
just throw all the sponsors in there right now.
I'm really hungry.
That would be
very hungry.
Be all right.
No, that was good. I'm kind of excited also for the other games this weekend. Y'all, like once we were talking a little bit about the college football top
Kentucky,
10
Georgia
games, like, well, no, not that one, but there's some interesting games this weekend.
I got something. All right, let's
tell us, Preston.
We got this 20-point spread. Let's say a victory is maybe off the table. What could leave us leaving out of this game with a loss, feeling good moving forward?
The short word, the short answer is compete. Like,
okay,
I feel
does
like
compete look like cover?
What does that look like? What is compete to you and Chris? What does that look like to y'all?
Okay, all right. I have a specific answer.
All right.
When By the way, shout out Justin King, all the people that do the new videos and the new lights and all that stuff. It's phenomenal. So my answer is that when that new video that they play going into the fourth quarter hits, that you're still in your seat if you're at the game and you're going, we're down, but it could happen. Like, I don't even think that has to be like a 7-point game, honestly. But you're saying I'm staying.
Okay.
Like I'm
That's like 34-20.
I'm completing this process.
I was landing on 2 scores. Like
I was thinking like 10,
points.
or 10 points.
10 to 14.
Yeah. Where you're going, maybe it's 14, but Carolina's got the ball. It's like, all right,
That's
there's
fair.
What do y'all
But
think?
14 and Tennessee has the ball, and you're like, I'm leaving.
Yeah, what do y'all think?
I don't know.
What's your definition?
I'm honestly curious.
You spitballing it? Just
I'm honestly
asking?
curious. Like I said, we'll be out there. We'll be checking it out. I think there is more of a look test that I'm going for to see how the team plays. If when they get behind, do I see people competing, playing plays, trying to make plays, or do I see them sort of laying down? As that can be, because I think that's going to be indicative of what the team is this game and the next game, and even maybe moving forward into whatever bowl season is. So I do think there's still some value in what the game could be.
Well, let me ask you this, because I love all three of your opinions, but I want to tap into your playing days here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, two-parter. Does anyone in the locker room think that they're going to win tomorrow? And 2, what is their answer to that question about competing?
Okay, so the answer is yes. There are some people in the locker room that do think they're going to win. There's also people that don't think they're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what the ratio is on that in the locker room. Anybody that's like, oh, nobody in this room thought that's not true, right? There's somebody in there that's like, man, I watch football too, and I watch us every day.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, but I think that's where the coaching staff maybe you don't lay out a final score, but you lay out some objectives that we can hit. Is it 0 turnovers for the game? Is it some 120 rushing yards? No penalties, no procedure, no off. Maybe there's some milestones that you can say if we can hit those things, we'll give ourselves a chance, whatever the case is. Obviously, you don't want to talk loser language to the team, but I don't think you don't do yourself any favors by sugarcoating what could possibly be.
Yeah. No, I really like that. That's probably a very helpful way to frame it. Don't turn the football over is code for you need to win the turnover battle to win this football game, but without having to say it like that. Just like play a clean game on offense. Okay, cool. Check. Run the ball. Okay, check. You got some TOP in you got some TOP going in your favor now, and you got some line of scrimmage battle winning going on if you're running the football.
Yeah, I'm not the coach, but I would lay it out sort of along the lines of, can we get these things corrected that we showed last week in that performance? If we get those things corrected, then maybe we'll give ourselves a chance. But we're not going to have a chance to play in this game if we don't do those things right.
Yeah.
And I think laying it out there sort of lays some responsibility on the players, gives them a clear path to how to get to wherever they're trying to go.
I think it's maybe an important time to point out, like, this is one of those things too where fans aren't players and players aren't fans. Like, you go into the game as a fan, a lot of times it's the reverse. Maybe fans maybe go into this game riding high. Maybe they're predicting the win. Their expectations are maybe too high for a particular game. This is a game where it feels like the fans have no expectations for the game. As a player, I imagine most of the guys go in believing they have a chance. It may not be that they're believing they're going to win necessarily, but I think you'd like to think they would believe there's a shot to win. And I think some of it, though, goes even beyond that. Is if you have some pride about yourself, you're probably going in saying, I'm going to go into this game and give my team the best I can do to try and help us win. And if it's not good enough, then it's just not good enough. But you sort of, I think, put it on yourself to go in like, I want to go in and do my part.
I'm going to get mine.
Yeah, whether we win this thing or not, I want to go in and put it on tape against the number 5 team. If you're a veteran, if you're a senior, this is your last time in that stadium. So, I think there is some kind of personal It is team first, but personally, you got to go in this thing and say, if I'm one of these DBs playing in my last game, if I'm Darius Rush or Cam Smith, I'm going, I want to put it on tape that I can play with these guys. I can shut these guys down.
To understate how great John Abraham was as a Gamecock legend, but he had the season that he had as a senior in an 0-11 season. He could have very easily said, I'm going to turn it down. I know I'm going to run a 4.3 at the combine. But he went out there and played every single game due to personal pride and just also, I'm going to try and do what I can do against this team. So there's definitely have to be some tapping into that. I think what's hitting on the head, that personal pride, where you are a competitor. And, man, look, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I know against you, you going to feel me all night or whatever.
Yeah. Well, and let me just apply that, not just for the guys playing their last games, but, hey, DQ, you think Jalen Hyatt's better than you? Hell no. Like, one-on-one, I got him. Hey, Javon, you think this D tackle's better than you? No, I got him. Zach, you think that guard's better than you? No, I got him. Like, I feel like this is where you maybe benefit from going. Because if you say, hey, guys, collectively, are you going to beat that team over there? Probably not. But, hey, are you good enough to win your one-on-one? Absolutely, I'm good enough to win on my one. Well, you got 11 guys winning their one-on-ones, and good things are going to happen. So I think the get, like, really specific, and that's probably the way to approach it.
And also, before we hit the break, also to understand that, you sort of play on the idea that we think we know it's the seniors' last game, but we don't know what is in store for everybody else with the transfer portal coming, with new players coming in. Hey, this might be your last time playing this year. Every year is sort of a one-to-one sort of idea. So there's no reason for you not to go out and at least give all you have. Now, whether that's good enough to win, probably not, as the season has indicated. But there is a way that you can go out with your head up high and knowing that you gave your best.
I think Spurrier, hopefully I'm not butchering this, I think he used to say, like, give fate a chance, I think was one of his sayings. And that
sounds like something a winner says.
It's sort of like,
Seriously.
all right, we're probably going to need a little help from them, but let's at least make it matter. If they want to give us the help, let's at least be in a position to take advantage of it.
Right.
If they want to have an off game, let's play well enough that, even if your percentages are low, you have a shot to go win the game. To me, a great competitor, it's not even that you blindly go in believing you're going to win every game. A great competitor is the guy that's going to put it all out there, even knowing he doesn't have a great shot. I'm willing to lay it. It's like the man in the arena. Like, I'm willing to lay it out there knowing I might get embarrassed, but I'm still going to put everything I have out there. I think that's a great competitor, not that you just blindly. If you play sports, you're not going to win every game you play. You put it out there anyway.
Yeah. This game will test the resolve and the character of this team, I think, as much as any that we have seen. And I think by extension, probably the coaching staff as well. 803-404-6100. Not that we're, or they rather, are in the business of moral victories, but what else are you looking for? What would you consider success short of winning? If you believe that such a thing exists, let us know. 803-404-6100. Love Chevy phone line, text line. You can get all of us on Twitter as well, at Pearson Fowler. Coach P tweets, Wes Mitchell, GC Chris Clark, Wes Mitchell GC. I told you, like, I need to say them together or I get mixed up. Anyway, that's where you get us.
The Halftime Show with Jay Phillips and Terry Ford.
Noon to 3.
On your home of the Gamecocks.
107.5 The Game.
Welcome your guest into a clean, healthy home this Thanksgiving by calling the cleaning pros at Zerorez Carpet and Air Dug Cleaning. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $129. And when you mention me, Bill Gunner at 107.5 The Game, you'll get a hallway cleaned for free. Easily schedule your cleaning online at ZerorezColumbia.com.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive offers a great price and round-the-clock protection when bundling home and auto. It's one of those rare times when you could save money and get something great. Bundle today at Progressive.com.
Locally owned Atlantic Windows and Doors has been making Columbia area homes more comfortable, attractive, weather-tight, and energy efficient for over 35 years. How? By distributing products from the best window and door manufacturers in the country. These products give you the best looks, the best quality, and the best value, all based on your specific needs. And everything is professionally installed by their dedicated and experienced employees, not subcontractors. Atlantic Windows and Doors. Visit them online at awdsc.com.
This could be the best Christmas ever. Hi, I'm Travis McNeil.
At Oliver Gospel Mission, we are transforming lives at our Men's Center and our Women's and Children's Center, Toby's Place. Your donations make a daily impact as we provide life skills, jobs, and new housing. You can spread hope and joy this holiday season by donating $35 today at olivergospel.org. Let's celebrate Christ this Christmas.
The power of Christ love. The power of Christ love.
O'Hara's Public House in Lexington is a warm and welcoming celebration of community, food, music, and fun. Find comfort in Irish classics like fish and chips or bangers and mash, alongside the best of regional American comfort foods and a wide selection of beer, wine, and liquor served in a warm, traditional Irish pub atmosphere. With weekly live music and all of your Irish fare favorites, your plan at O'Hara's Public House awaits. Be sure to go right next door to O'Hara's Bakery Cafe to get all of your fresh baked cakes and pies baked using Columbia's favorite Nonna's recipes. Whether it's O'Hara's Public House or O'Hara's Bakery Cafe, your people are here, looking forward to your arrival. Looking to get the most out of your next visit to O'Hara's Public House and O'Hara's Bakery and Cafe? We've got great news.
O'Hara's Public House is the sweet deal of the week. Get a $50 gift certificate for just $25. Log on to 1075thegame.com beginning this Friday at 9 a.m. to get your $50 gift certificate to O'Hara's for just $25.
Jay Phillips here for my good friends at Dan's Fan City in Harbison. Ceiling fans don't sound like something you think about a lot because you don't really need to, but when you've got them, they work well, keeping energy costs down and your comfort level up. John at Dan's Fan City wants to remind you to make your ceiling fan move in reverse this time of year to keep the heat off the ceiling. See John for any questions and for all of your ceiling fan needs. Go to Dan's Fan City in Harbison or call them at 781-FANS. You'll be glad you did.
Broadcasting live from the Herndon Chevrolet Studios. This is 1075 The Game. Stop by or shop online today and see why Herndon Chevrolet makes you smile.
It's the Gamecock Central Takeover Hour.
Presented by Firehouse Subs. Founded by firemen with Pearson Fowler,
Chris Clark, and Wes Mitchell
on the home of the Gamecocks.
1075
The Game.
11:49 Friday morning. Welcome back into the Gamecock Central Takeover Hour here on 107.5 The Game. Pearson, Wes, Chris here with you. Preston's pieced out just a little bit early. I think he's doing something with Terry. I can't tell you what. It's top secret. Yeah, we can't tell you what he's recording. Preston and Terry's stolen Preston from us for the last segment, which is all that you guys get to know. Sorry. Get to a couple calls in just a second. Chris also wants to tell everybody, especially with the World Cup around the corner, so much to watch. Hard to keep up with all of it unless you have the help of the folks at Integrated Media.
Yeah, I was just looking over the World Cup schedule, actually.
Great segue, Pearson.
I'm very concerned that I won't be able to watch all the games like from a timing standpoint, but I'm not concerned about like how from a technological standpoint I'm going to watch them because I have the help of Michael, Nathan, and the entire team at Integrated Media. IntegratedMediaInc.com. You can go check out their website if you got questions about what exactly it is that they do. They do anything from an audio-visual standpoint inside your home, whether it's setting up your TVs. If you don't know what kind of TV you want, what kind of TV is best? I've asked Michael that question before. He's given me answers. You don't have to go to the big box stores. It's an all-in-one solution for you, whether it's the equipment, the installation, tying it all together for you, smart home installation, security, anything that you need in your home, again, from an audio-visual or a technological standpoint. Go to integratedmediainc.com or give them a call, 803-948-8327.
So the 3 USMNT games for the group stage are all going to be at 2 p.m., which is amazing for me because I'll be finished with the show. My friend Joe has, like several months ago already, once he found out when the games are going to be played, went ahead and took off all 3 of those days for work, which is amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm like so just not happy that this is not in the summer, but also I can't help but be just absolutely friggin' pumped that this is coming. So I'm excited. What's it going to take to get you to watch a soccer game, Wes?
I'm going to watch.
Because you're patriotic?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to, and our poster, Red Fox 1, I think, gave a great guide to what I needed to know. And I'll say this, watch it. I believe Fox has the games this year.
Maybe.
You don't know this?
I have no channels don't mean anything to me anymore because I use YouTube TV, so I don't have to go find a channel. It just pops up in a little box. You use YouTube TV, you know how that works.
Yes, but get the app, the Fox Sports app, because it's going to be in 4K, I believe.
Yeah, you said that's better than watching it on the.
It's better than watching it on the actual streaming services. So
That's cool.
Yeah, do that. I'm going to watch. I mean, I don't know literally anything about soccer.
I think I'm going to call Integrated Media and ask them like what I should do, like how I should watch it.
Yeah, you should. Well,
What
and I
TV,
think
what
they're
app?
soccer fans too.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Fox
So,
Sports app. I'm telling you.
That helps.
I'll make sure with them.
Preston and I were talking about this. He said once he got offsides, he was good. And then I realized, I was like, other than that, there are really no rules in soccer. Just don't use your hands and don't be offsides. And once you figured out what offsides is, you've gotten all the rules. Like, what other rules do people need to know as a primer for the World Cup?
That's gonna about do it.
Don't use your hands.
Simulation.
Don't be
would-
behind the last
I think
defender.
simulation would confuse some people probably.
Yeah, although they have some of that, like in the NBA now, as rampant as flopping has
They do.
become.
Yeah, they do.
Let me. Will y'all indulge me to ask a question?
Yeah, please.
Okay. In this version of soccer, are they going to have the technology
Yes.
where
VAR?
Yeah.
How does that work? Is there just like
It's
there's
the bet. You're going to watch it and you're going to be furious. They don't do the same thing in football.
See that
because
that's,
the play just continues. And if they need to bring it back because they missed a call, they'll bring it back. And if they don't, then you're already continuing to play the game anyway. So you don't have to stop for 35 minutes to review a catch on a 6-yard catch on a 3rd and 15.
Is it completely accurate?
No.
Okay.
It's horrific, like all other replays. But it at least doesn't stop the game.
But wouldn't this be a great way to, at the very least, handle first downs and or goal line situations in
But
football?
they can tell whether the ball goes, like if the ball crosses the line of the goal, they can tell that with accuracy.
Yeah.
And you just, it's like an Apple Watch, like you just get a notification. He's like, hold on. Yep,
that was a goal. Well, it's similar to the technology they use in tennis to tell whether like a serve or a shot was in or out. It's very, very simple.
There's got to be a way that could be implemented at least the highest levels of football.
Yeah, you
got to figure it out.
But we are talking about college football here, where they actually have more technology involved in the high school game than they do in college ball.
That's probably true.
No, it's literally true. If you
Really?
go to a high school game, they watch replays on the sideline of the drive that just happened.
Well, that's a rule more than a technological limitation, right? Like you're not allowed to have video. You can have still shots, I think.
No, that's what I'm saying though. Like they allow more
yeah.
This I feel like not having this for football is not a technological like something you couldn't do from a technology standpoint.
Yeah.
It's more just they don't do it for whatever reason.
I don't know. Anyway, there's your World Cup primer. I'm going to be out and about in Columbia watching the game places. I'll let you know where so that y'all can come out and watch the game with me because I want to watch the game with people. Like one of my favorite sports watching experiences of my life, not a paid ad, but did go to Public House to watch the USA Algeria game back in 2010. That second goal goes in, whatever it was, the 89th minute, and I just found myself jumping into the arms of random strangers. And there's nothing quite like watching a game in a pub somewhere. Anyway, I'll be doing that. Let's finish up with a little football talk. Thomas, probably, I don't know, unless Thomas wants to talk about the World Cup, which is fine, but I think Thomas wants to talk about the Tennessee game.
Absolutely, man. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
What's up, Thomas?
Good, man. I appreciate what Wes said earlier. I'm going to kind of shock you guys. I don't know that we win this game, but this is one of these games I love. And what I mean by that is there is absolutely not a ounce of pressure on the Gamecocks tomorrow. And all the pressure really is on Tennessee. You want to make the playoffs, you better win convincingly. There's not one person I've heard that expects us to win tomorrow. And if you're a Carolina player, I mean, that's when it's fun. You go out, you play relaxed, you play loose. If you lose, you were supposed to. I think we will cover the spread. I really believe that. I believe we're going to cover the spread. Now, whether or not we win, I don't know. But I like the fact that they like to throw the daggum ball. I've gone back and I've watched Tennessee. They're a really good football team. But I'm going to tell you something. All the talk of Jalen Hyatt, the last coaching staff already beat them there at Georgia. So, I mean, it's like they're trying to find this motivation. I really am excited about tomorrow night. I think it will play one of our better games. Do I think we'll win? I think that's probably a stretch. But Lou Holt said this, and I appreciate this. He said, one of the most helpless feelings is to be on the sideline and feel momentum shift. There is nothing you can do about it. And I can imagine or picture in a world where the crowd's loud, their false starts, turnovers, whatever. And all of a sudden, at that point, talent's talent, but it really doesn't matter when those things start happening. So I'm excited. I think there's a great opportunity for us, and that's what it is. It's an opportunity, and those guys need to play loose, have fun, hit people in the mouth, and just see what happens. But that's my thoughts.
Well, Thomas, I really appreciate the phone call. We are up against it here, but that was probably the perfect way to end the week. I think that is the only positive phone call, text, tweet we've gotten for the entire week. But you're exactly right. House money. Absolutely nothing on the line for South Carolina. A little more on the line for Tennessee. So as Wes said, as Chris said, or what was the quote again? Give fate a chance.
Yes.
Give fate a chance. Find a way to keep the game close enough that something weird happens, because weird things happen. Stranger things have happened, and Carolina even has pulled bigger upsets than this. I'm not predicting it.
That's why we love sports, though, is when it happens when no one's predicting it.
Exactly. Stranger things have happened. So for those of you going to the game, enjoy it. It'll be a festive environment Saturday night. Everybody else enjoy watching it at home. We'll be back on Monday to talk about whatever happens.
Celebrating our 15th anniversary is Columbia's Sports Talk Station.